Hi, my name's Randy. Today I'm up here in Collingwood, Ontario at Bluevelo to show you how we're going to do a seat height adjustment on this Bluevelo Quest. Okay, so for today's adjustment, you're going to be needing a 10mm wrench, and also a small socket wrench is preferable. I like to use an extender. Helps you get in those small places, makes life a lot easier. Looks a little something like that, with a 10mm socket bit. And those are the only two tools we're going to need, and we're ready to go. So looking into the cockpit of the Quest here, at the front left corner of the seat, we need to remove the two nuts that are holding the seat bracket onto the mounting bracket. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see the two nuts that we're talking about. There's a loose nut and a fixed nut. The nice thing about using the socket wrench is we can remove both at once. So if I just take my 10mm wrench, and you just can't see the back of the bolt, but if you just slide that onto the back of the bolt to hold it in place, and then I slide my socket right at the top, both the nuts there. Loosen that right up. And I can take off the first lock nut. And then the loose nut, followed by the metal washer. And there we go. We can see we can now have access to sliding that mounting bracket off that bolt. So I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. And you can see there, we've removed all the nuts that we need to remove now to take the seat off of those mounting brackets. So at this point, all I'm going to do is slide that bolt back a little bit. Once the seat's been on a while, kind of likes being in that position, so you kind of have to fiddle with the mounting brackets a little bit sometimes to get those bolts to slide back. Once you get a pop back, and I'm just going to slide the seat mount off the mounting bracket, and in between those two brackets are two plastic washers. So just make sure to keep everything in a safe place. And we'll move over to the other side. So back over on the left here, once again I'm just going to use my fingers, slide that bolt back, and this one came off nice and easy. Seat came right off that bolt. Grab my two plastic washers. Keep those safe. And right now the seat is taken completely off the brackets. I'm just going to back up a little bit so you can see. Here I can pull the seat right out of the Quest. And I'm just going to show you that seat mounting bracket here. You can see the 1, 2, and 3 holes, which are the 3 seat height mounting positions. Okay, so if we wanted to, we could either choose a lower or higher position, but this particular customer likes the middle setting for seat height. So now just doing this procedure in reverse, I'm going to just slide the seat back in. I'm going to place those two plastic washers back onto that bolt and slide the seat mounting bracket into the center position. Once again, you always have to fiddle with these brackets a little bit. Put it in place. And there we go. There's the one side. Slid it back on with those two plastic washers in between. And I'll pop over to the other side. So here I am on the right. Once again, these two plastic washers go between the two brackets Slide those onto the bolt. And slide the bolt back so we can get my mounting bracket into place. And there we go. Now I'm back on the middle position, which is where this customer likes the seat height. And now we just have to replace the lock nut and the loose nut to both sides of those bolts. Alright, so I'm going to slide this first metal washer onto the bolt there, and then I'm going to take the loose nut first of all and just thread that on there. Push the bolt a little further through. And once that's threaded on, makes life easy for threading the lock nut. And there we go. So just as we did when we were taking them off, I'm going to grab my 10mm wrench and just slide that behind the mounting bracket right onto the bolt to hold it in place. Grab my 10mm socket. Make sure that both the loose nut and the lock nut are secure, but not too tight. And there's the one side done. Okay, so now that I have all those nuts and washers back in place, and grab the back of the seat here, and I can just rotate it forward on that axis. It's tight enough that it'll hold the seat up out of the way and give you access to behind the seat, the cargo department. And that is how we do the main seat height adjustment for this Quest. Okay, so that's how we did that operation. This is a carbon fiber Quest velomobile by Bluevelo. This will also work on the fiberglass Quest, as well as the carbon fiber Strada and fiberglass Strada, as they all have the same seat mounts. A general rule of thumb to use when picking your seat height is to use the highest position for riders that are 5'9" or shorter. The middle position is a good starting point for riders between 5'9" and 6 feet. And then for riders that are 6 feet and taller, use the lowest seat height position. Just as a general rule of thumb as a starting point.